Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagavad Gita begins with a question from a blind man who doesn't want to see. In the same manner, when we study Bhagavad Gita, if we are very clear that we don't want to change, then even God cannot help us. Spiritual practice means recognition of the requirement that we have to change. First step. And this is what happened. Arjuna changed himself. Like the other day I told you, we have got two aspects. One is Swarupa, second is Swabhava. Swabhava is acquired quality and Swarupa is essential quality. Essential quality cannot be changed. The acquired quality is required to be changed. And it is for this purpose we study Gita or we study scriptures. Now what the scriptures do? They do four things. They help us change our notion about ourselves. We are all leading a notional life. Then they help us change our notion about the world. Normally we hear these words. The world is too much for me. Which world? And the second normally question comes, why me of all the people? The answer is, why not? See? Second notion about the world. The third notion is about the God, poor fellow. What do we mean by God? See? And the fourth notion is about our spiritual practice. So these four notions are required to be corrected. If these four notions are not corrected, then we will be only mechanically going through our life by default. And such a person goes through his life very sincerely and very miserably. Therefore, what the scriptures do to achieve the four things? Only one thing. Bhagwan Shankaracharya writes about any Shruti Mata that Shruti Mata is having so much of concern for every seeker. If you imagine that one person has millions of parents, so how much concern they will have for that one child? Why millions you take in your own houses? These days you have got, hum do hamara adha adha. Isn't it? Between the two of them there is one child. And that one child suffocates because of the hose piping of our love. See, earlier what used to happen? There used to be a dozen children at home and therefore no problem at all. At times the husband used to ask, who is this fellow? This is our number 7. Okay, I forgot. See? But now only one useless child and both the parents earning lot of money and they don't sprinkle love but they hose pipe love. And that boy becomes bonsai. It doesn't grow strong. See? So how much concern that boy, the parents have for that one child? In the same manner, if you imagine millions of parents for one person, how much concern they will have Much more than that is the concern of Shruti Mata for the welfare of the seekers. Therefore, it is called a Shruti Mata, mother. Mother Shruti, not father Shruti. Father is a Hitler. See, mother Shruti. So, what the Shruti Mata does, like take an example, Ishavasya Upanishad. ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किंच जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथा मा गृधक्कस्य सिद्धनम्. ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं. This is the vision given by the scriptures. All that we experience in our life is according to the vision that we have. See, one thing I was referring somewhere in some talk, and one person told me, Swami, where from you get examples? So many examples. I said, one example is sitting in front of me and talking to me. My examples don't come from the books. So, I was once going for my talks in Bombay, Pedder Road. And Bombay is a place where traffic jam is natural. If there is no traffic jam, then there is something abnormal. So, when we are going through, somewhere we are held up in the traffic, and because I sit in the front seat, I have nothing to do, nowhere to go, so I see all the billboards and enjoy. So, I was seeing around, and there was one beauty parlor where I do not go, for your information. Swamiji, how do you know about beauty parlors? Swamiji is Sarvagya, he knows everything. So, on that beauty parlor, a board was written. Don't whistle at the customers coming out of our studio. Maybe she is your grandmother. So the youngsters, when they see some girl going, then they'll be coming on their Honda motorcycle, and then like mere sapano ki rani kab aayegi tu, and they stand in front of that girl. And then the girl turns to them, Beta, kya chahiye? Oh God. The moment you look at that old lady, the inspiration with which you have come to tease, that inspiration becomes perspiration. Because earlier what was seen was different. Now what is seen is different. In the same manner, when our vision changes about ourselves, we are all leading a notional life. See, unless these notions have changed, we can never attain peace in life. This is what the scriptures do. Notions have to be changed. So let us take one by one and see what is our notion and where is the correction required. This is important. So first of all, let us start from the world. So, in the 15th chapter, Bhagavan gives the vision about the world. Correct vision. You all must be chanting that chapter, isn't it? Urdhvamulamada-shakam ashvattam prahuravyayam. I don't know why they chant in this manner, but they do chant, Similarly, when somebody comes, sannyasi like us, they receive with a purna kumbha. See? Na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage na ke amritat pamana sho. Not one word is understood what they are talking about this. So, in the first verse of 15th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, Urdhvamulamadash-shakam ashvatham prahuravyayam chandamsi yasya parnani yastam veda savedavita. He who has this vision, he alone has a correct vision. The vision is given. What is the vision? Urdhva means at a causal level. See, normally the father is elder than the son. Why I told normally? Because recently I was in New Zealand, and one person told me, I said, "Hey man, how are you? What are you doing?" Then he told about himself. And then he told me that he is my son and he is my best man. I said, how the son can be the best man? You know the best man in the English marriages? The one who takes the groom to become a broom. When a groom gets attached to a bride, the G is replaced by B. It becomes a broom. So how come he is your son? No, actually, no. When I got married for the second time, and I told my son, you have to be my best. See? So, the father is normally elder than the son. So, urdhva, causal level, adhashakam, that which is effect, adha is lower, is effect. Urdhvamulam adhashakam ashwatham, that which is constantly changing. And although it is changing, it is supported by the unchanging reality. He who is able to see the unchanging principle supporting all the changes in this world, yastam veda savedavid, he alone has seen correctly. See how beautiful it is. Today I went with Bala to see the things for shopping and all kinds of things. Instead of going to the temple, I like to go for the big malls and all that. When I went to Vienna, after my camp was over in a retreat, then my friend told me, Swamiji, everybody comes here to see Vienna. You have not even asked once, but we will take you. I said, okay, take me. So, we have planned like this. When we reach Vienna, we have planned like this. There are old, kings and their, costumes and various kinds of collections and museum and library and then I asked him, is it compulsory for me to see that? If it is compulsory, then I am anyway choiceless existence. I will go through. If it is not compulsory, if I have got a choice, yes, Swami, you have got a choice. I said, then let us go to the marketplace. And we went to the marketplace in the heart of that town, and where cars are not allowed. So we parked our car somewhere, we walked down those pavements, with the stones and an old European style lifestyle, and people coming there in different costumes, and we sat in some corner and we are having nice cup of tea, and people coming and going, and wherever I go, I become a hit. The last time I went to China and I was going on the China wall, I was a very big hit among the Jains because of my beard. Every man will look at me because they have got one hair with great difficulty, and I keep on, nurturing that. So I was hit among the men because of my beard. Among the ladies, because of my shoes. I said, this is a designer's piece. So when I was sitting there in that marketplace, so many people will watch me, look at me and say, hi, hi. And we saw so many nice, games were going on, somebody was singing, and I used to take my camera and nice photography I was doing that. After that was over, when our tea, coffee and everything was over, my friend asked me, Swamiji, everybody who comes to Vienna, they are all the time seeing this thing. How come you don't like? I said, you attended my camp for last 3 days? He said, yes. What you have learnt, you tell me. He said, one message I got very strongly from your lecture. What is that? Remain in the present. I said, is this remaining in the present to go and see the dead bodies of the mummies? Remaining present means we should be available in today's world. See? Otherwise, all the time talking about, when we were children, we never used to get new pant. It was inherited from the first brother. Forget about your old time, man. Live in the present. See, when the children ask for the shoes, new shoes, what shoes? You have purchased only last month only. When we were children, we used to go without shoes into the school. See, all the time living in the present. Friends, the principle of the world is constantly changing. Recognize this and don't complain this about this. Yaha tam veda saveda vid. See, Bhagavan Krishna has used the word yajna. Yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangat samachara. In the 3rd chapter, he says that yajna, the word which was used in the Vedic literature for making a hole and putting the fire and burning and sacrificing some animals, now the same word was restated and redefined by the Lord in the Dwapara Yuga. See, if you read Ramayana, in Ramayana what comes? Everywhere only one story. That the rishis were doing the yajna and Ravana and his people used to come and pour all kinds of dirty things, blood and animals in there, and their yajna was destroyed. That means in Treta Yuga people were doing only yajna, nothing else. But in Dwapara Yuga when you come, there this yajna is nowhere mentioned. See, friends. So, this word yajna has to be reinterpreted in the light of the required time. See, once one elderly person, a Swami, this happened many years before, that time I was young. And after my lecture was over, he told me, Swamiji, please don't mind, you are just like my son. See, you become Swami and yet we cannot give up the relationship with the world. Sometimes when we go to many places, it is such a great, therefore I enjoy my life. We have given up all the relations. When you become a sannyasi, you conduct your own shraddha. So I am practically dead for all the practical purposes. Don't touch me. You have to take bath. Because I have already done my shraddha. Now, a dead person want relationship, but there also, he is my Guru Bandhu, he is my Chacha Guru, he is my Mama Guru. Are Ram, 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 Ram. See? Therefore, in this world when we live, let us not create relations and become miserable. And how the relations are created? When we refuse to remain in the present. See? So again and again we go, it is not a flashback, it is a flashback. All the old stuff, forget about it. So Bhagavan Krishna uses, word is the same, a different meaning is added. So that Mahatmaji was telling me, Swamiji, you are just like my child, I would like to tell you something if you don't mind. I said, no, please tell me. I didn't call him Papa, Papa Swami. No. So, he said, you talk about Bhagavad Gita in such a humorous and light mood. Bhagavad Gita is a Shastra. It should be treated with great respect and reverence, not spoken so lightly. I said, okay, I am extremely sorry. I never said I will not do it again. Two things try in your life. Never give a promise to anybody. And never swear by anybody. And don't allow anybody to swear by you. Swamiji, aapki kasam. No, don't take my kasam. So, my friend was with me. He said, Swamiji, why didn't you tell him? I said, look here, simple rule is, Vado na avalambyaha. Narad Bhakti Sutta says, we should never take refuge in argumentation. Whenever I talk to anybody, somebody asks me any question about anything, I have got two conditions. Condition number one, no discussion. Condition number two, no arguments. And after I finish, over. No more further discussion on it. So I said, this is the principle, therefore I didn't want to talk anything to Swamiji, he is an elderly person, and we should learn to respect the elders as they are. See? Instead of getting into argumentation, okay Swamiji, but what is the real thing? Why, you are so light in your Bhagavad Gita, etc. I said, okay, now I'll tell you. Listen. You have read Bhagavad Gita? Yes. I said, what is the statement in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagavan Krishna has said? Swamiji, in the first chapter, Bhagavan Krishna said nothing. I said, you said you have studied Bhagavad Gita, is it not? In the first chapter, Bhagavan Krishna speaks. Uvacha partha pasyaitan. See? Sanjay reports. When Arjuna goes with the arrogance, let me see you. Kairmaya sahayodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. When he goes with that argument and arrogance, Bhagavan says, Pasyaitan kurun partha. Hey Partha, you want to see with whom you have to fight? You have to fight with your own nears and dears. This is the statement in the first chapter Bhagavan Krishna says. It is not necessary only Bhagavan Uvacha, then only no. In the text it comes. And then toward the end, when everything was through, and Etan hantu ichchami gnatopi Madhusudana. Hey Madhusudana, I don't want to kill them and therefore I withdraw, and he sank. That time Sanjay says, after having seen such a broken Arjuna, Bhagavan Krishna said, this is what Sanjay tells Dhritarashtra. Sanjay says that Prahasan Iva Bharata. Bhagavan Krishna spoke to the crying Arjuna with a smiling face, not with a miserable one. Arjuna was crying. See? So when the original Bhagavad Gita is delivered with a smiling face, why the commentator should make it miserable? See friends, you cannot justify. A miserable person can never be a good advisor. See? Therefore, Bhagavad Gita tells us this most important principle. In this world, all the things keep on coming and going, keep on changing. Don't get influenced by the change. This has always happened like this. There is nothing new that is happening in this world. See? If you study the history of the world, every time is the same problem. Problem number one, children and parents. This has always been there. Once I was in Melbourne, and you all must have heard Ramesh Bhai Ojha. He is a great, exponent on Bhagavad. So he is a very good friend of mine. So we happened to cross somewhere. He said, hey Swamiji, how come you are here? I said, as you are here, both of us are unemployed, so we came here. He told me, Swamiji, whenever I go in a lower mode, I always think of you, and again immediately I come out of it. Where from you got this, I don't know. I said, this is a manufacturer's defect. I have no contribution. Then he said, evening we are having our satsang, why don't you come and address? I said, I'll ask my boss. See, never think and take decisions in life if you want to be wise. So, the person like here, Bala is my boss, so I told, ask my boss. Then he said, Swamiji, what should I tell him? I said, why do you talk? Then you tell your boss. So the both bosses were having meeting and we were having coffee. Don't worry unnecessarily. Never invite problems in your life, number one. Never try to solve somebody else's difficulty. Number two, create difficulties for others and relax. What they will think, let them think. Why you think on their behalf? See? So they decided and they told Swamiji this. I said, okay, what your decision you have taken, agreeable. I had no complaint. So that day they decided my talk, because it was a retreat, one evening session will be little later. So after the afternoon session, I was supposed to go with them for a walk and all that they have cancelled. So I'll come to the town and have the lecture and again go back, and the evening session is late. I said, okay, I have no problem. We came there. And then he said, Swami, speak for some time. I said, how long? Because once it opens, it doesn't close. Wall is gone. So 10 minutes. I said, okay, what is the topic, Maharaj? What you are talking? We are talking on Ramayana. I said, okay, Ramayana will start. And then I said, I don't know what you have learned from Ramayana, but one thing I have learned from Ramayana. If you learn that, you will never be miserable. What is that? Even if your child, if your son is Sakshat Avatar of Bhagavan, the father suffers because of the son. This is the message of Ramayana. Dasharatha died because of the son, Rama. See, Vasudeva Devaki, they suffered because of Krishna. So when your children are Sakshat Bhagwan ke avatar, the parents suffer. Your children are kabutars. How do you expect happiness from them? Therefore, never become miserable on account of the children. This is the message of Ramayana. How much we get unnecessarily involved. Up to a particular limit, perfectly all right. Beyond that, let them grow. Don't make bonsais out of them. You look at your own self. We are simultaneously two in one. With reference to our parents, we are kids. With reference to our children, we are parents. We are not miserable on account of our parents. And we are not happy on account of our children. What is the reason? The reason is we accept our parents as they are. Has any one of you ever thought, I wish my mom was Marilyn Monroe? No. Whatever our mom is, we accept. There is no choice, is it not? Means when you don't give a choice to yourself, you are happy. But when it comes to your own children, you want, my child should be like this. One mother in Andheri, after my lecture was over, she came, and Swamiji, I want to talk to you. I said, start right away. My neighbor is very good. I said, this is always there. Neighbor can never be good. Next one. No, what she did, early morning she came, give me sweets. I said, what a bad neighbor. Who gives you sweet in the early morning? You know why? I said, I don't know why. She gave because her son came in merit. I said, then if my son comes in merit, I will do the same thing. What is wrong in that? Why she is bad? Swamiji, you don't understand. That's why you are Swami. Okay, you tell me. You know why she gave me? Because my son failed 4 times. And therefore, to मेरी नाक काटने के लिए, see that word cannot be translated in English. मेरी नाक काटने के लिए, she came in the morning and gave me the sweets. Ladies alone can think like this. God even cannot think like this. I said, why are you thinking in this negative manner? No, my question, that was not a question, that was a complaint. So, okay, then what is the question after the complaint is over? The question is, Swamiji, other people's children, they come in merit, and why my son is failing 4 times, Swamiji? So I told her, I said, Amma, इमली के पेड़ को आम नहीं लगते. What do you mean? I said, thank God you have not understood. See, don't become unnecessarily miserable. This world has always been like this. See, there is one girl in US, I know her, she did a lot of work with me. Now she is married, 2 kids. When her first child was born, she came to Lonavala, where I was having my camp, and she was staying with me. And I was doing, when I do my work on my laptop, I am not belonging to anybody. So she said, look. I said, not now, after some time, let me finish my job. Then she said, see, how cute is my daughter, is it not? Then I said, when your mother was born, your grandmother made the same statement. How cute is my daughter. When you were born, even that time, the same mistake was made by your mother. And now you are repeating the same thing. There is nothing new in this world. The world has always been like this. Yastam Veda, Saveda Veda. Don't imagine that this is the worst time of our life. No. This is the best time of our life. Provided you discover your beauty within, not outside. Urdhvamulamadasyakam ashvattam prahuravyam. There is nothing new in this world. About terrorism, people take so much of seriousness. See, initially, when it started in India, those tiffin box bombs, initially, when one person used to die, there used to be big news. Oh God, this has happened. Slowly, then we started counting. Aaj kitne mare bhai? See, and now these news are common. Nobody bothers how many killed. This has been always like this. There is nothing new in this world. What happened during the time of Hitler and what happened during our time, it is not even comparable. How many millions were slaughtered, is it not? And we feel it is something great when it was not there. When Mahabharata Yuddha took place, that time how many people were killed? When Ramayana Yuddha took place, how many people were killed? When Hiroshima and First War, Second World War, how many people were? This has always happened like this. Let us not get disturbed on account of the world. Look behind, look at the substratum of the world. So what for we are here? So we are here in this world not for improving the society. One of the most important things. Many of us have this wrong notion. We want to improve the society. The one who created this world, he knows how to manage his own creation. See? In this world, survival of the fittest is the rule. See? Like most of the Indians, they are obsessed with the language Sanskrit. Our Sanskrit is great. Our Sanskrit is great. Bhagwan Shankaracharya clearly told, Samprapte sannihite kale nahi rakshati dukrum karane. Dukrum karane means any language. Language is the means. It is not the goal. If that language was suitable, it would never have become dormant. English is suitable. People in the whole world may revolt, yet they will come back to English. Why we should have hatred for these things? See, today India is united not because of anything but only because of English. What Mahatma Gandhi used to write, what Rajagopalacharya used to say, and what Rabindranath Tagore used to say, if they used to say in their own language, Mahatma Gandhi Gujju, Rajagopalacharya Tamilian, and Rabindranath Tagore Bengali, they would never have communicated with each other. See, friends, unless we become suitable and fit for today, we will be erased in this world. Therefore, let us not get carried away by the superficial things in life. Urdhvamulamadasyakam ashvattam prahuravyam chandamsi yasya parnani yastam veda savedavita. And for that, chandamsi yasya parnani. Where from this wisdom will come to us? Chanda means the scriptures, Veda, Upanishad. See? So, our foundation of life is the wisdom contained in our Veda, in our Upanishad. That we have to keep ourselves going in this world. See? There is one boy in Bangalore why man? He has got 2 daughters, very sweet ones. And he had gone through very bad time, whatever may be the reason. And somewhere he heard me on TV like Bala. And then he collected a few CDs. I never knew about him. One day he phoned me. Swamiji, I got your phone number with great difficulty. I want to come and meet you. I said, come right away. No, I cannot come right away. I said, then come whenever you want. Can I come tomorrow morning? I said, come. Where from you will be coming? I will be coming from Bangalore. I said, man, I am in Bombay. You will come all the way. Don't come. When I come to Bangalore, meet me. No, it is very urgent. I said, then come. If you have got more money, come. He came. And then he stayed for 1 week. And he told me, he said, Swamiji, your one instruction I have followed in letter and spirit, and it has changed my complete life. I said, what is that? Please tell me also. I can also change. He said, you told the method of studying Bhagavad Gita in one of your lecture in Bhaja Govindam. Bhagavad Gita kinchita dhita ganga jalalava kanika pita sakrutapi yena murari samarcha. See, there you have told that how to study Bhagavad Gita. Every day read 1 chapter Sanskrit. Just read. Don't bother whether you understand, you can chant or not. And don't read the same chapter every day. It will become default. Don't do that. 1 day, 1 chapter, 2nd day, 2nd chapter, 3rd day, 3rd chapter, 18th chapter over. Again start from the first, slowly, keep it as a routine. Then take any commentary. And the commentary I can suggest you is the commentary published by Gita Press, written by Ram Sukdas Ji Maharaj. For the Grahasthas, it is extremely good commentary. Don't go into logic and reason, argument. That will never help you in life. Life is not logic, life is love. Life is not a matter of fact, life is a matter of love. This is what will happen if you take up that way. So, read 1 verse. Read the whole commentary given over there. Thereafter, close the book. Then write the Sanskrit shloka by your own hand. And whatever you remember from the shloka, whatever is your interaction with that shloka after reading, then you write in a nice copy. Continue it till you complete 700 verses. Thereafter, for God's sake, don't publish your commentary. Because when you will again come back to the first verse, you will come to know, hey man, how dumb I was. It is not a history. It is a fact. And then in this manner, slowly the fear about studying the scriptures will disappear from your heart. For a study means what? We come tired from the work, put our legs on the table. In the right hand there is a cup of coffee. In the left hand there is Gita. Why? But all the time they talk in Sanskrit. And in between TV is going on. Ramdev Baba ki jai. See, our mind is disintegrated in 100 channels. This is not the way. When you are absolutely free and fresh, when you are nobody, as if you have to appear for the ultimate examination of your life, with that intensity you study. See, then you will get one thing, and that one thing will be, you will fall in love with Bhagavad Gita. And when you fall in love with Bhagavad Gita will reveal her secrets to you. See, friends. And then we will come to know, we were really unnecessarily miserable. For us, the spiritual practice is all the KG1, KG2. See, like the children, when they learn in their KG1, KG2, you ask them, 2 plus 2? I know, tell me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4! It looks so beautiful for the child, is it not? Suppose you are studying in MSc. And I ask you, hey, 3 plus 9. 9, there are no 9 fingers, there are only 5 fingers. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, how can I do that? If a student in MSc talks like this, will he look good? In the same manner, how long are we going to continue in KG1? See, from the gross supports, we have to slowly rise ourselves. Rather than doing our spiritual practice as a military drill, do it with more intensity and depth. And in that, this is the most important part. Okay? Not knowing anything, we suddenly want to do meditation. So let us do meditation. Is it making upma? Do meditation. See, in Bombay, these judges of the High Court, they had organized 2 lectures on one weekend, and they told me, Swamiji, please give us some guidelines on meditation for stress, strain, because we go through very lot of tortures taking decisions. So when I looked at them, all educated and the wise people of the society are the judges. So I said, okay, 2 lectures we have. Let us give a title to these 2 lectures. The title is, let us do justice to meditation. Because they are all judges. Then I told them this. If a person is suffering from polio, and he goes to the gym for practicing your treadmill, because others are doing, I want to do. In the same manner, meditation is not for the unhealthy, frustrated minds. Meditation happens to a healthy person. See, friends, meditation is not a curative measure. It is not a preventive measure. It is an unbroken experience 24/7. See, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmannevatmana tushtaha tita prajnastadochyate. When Arjuna asked this question, what is the meaning of meditation for a man of steady wisdom? The meaning of meditation, Bhagavan says, yada sarvan manogatan kaman prajahati. When he entertains no more desire load in his mind, but that doesn't mean he is depressed and dejected, but atmannevatmana tushtaha, he is content with himself. He is living in meditation. You don't have to do meditation, and after meditation is over, dum dharaka. No. See, friends, one girl one day asked me this question. I was staying in their house. A Marwadi family in Bihar or Calcutta somewhere. Very nice family. So that girl came, they had a 3-4 storied house, and I was staying on the ground floor. So one day when the girl came, Swamiji, I want to ask you something. I said, ask. Again she was, looking here and there. I said, what are you looking? No, I don't want anybody to know that I ask you. I said, okay, close the door. She closed the door. First, swear that you will not tell my name to anybody. I said, okay, I will not tell your name to anybody. Second thing, you will not get angry with me. I said, no, I will not get angry with you. So how many conditions? A small girl, about 5-7 years. Then she said, you are Krishna, you are also a devotee of Krishna, and my Dadima is also a devotee of Krishna. Is your Krishna rascal? Number 1. I said, okay, ask further. Yes, she told me not to get angry. Does he shout at everybody? Further. Does he beat somebody? Further. And she went on talking, and I said, first of all, tell me what is your reference book? What is that you studied? She said, no, our Dadima, she goes for doing the puja in her room for 2-3 hours, and she is a devotee of Krishna, And till then in our house there is peace. Once she comes out of the puja room, then Dharma Kshetre, Kuru Kshetre, on everybody she starts bombarding and starts shouting, and everybody is fed up. Our servants are fed up, everybody is fed up. And I have come to a conclusion. She becomes like that only after meeting Krishna. Now see the understanding. Now why this happens? Because we overdo. That is not spiritual practice. That is a compulsion. You are suffering from your own ignorance. Therefore study in this manner. Then we come to know Yastam Veda Savedavit. Then we will know the depth of this Bhagavad Gita. See? Without knowing that, only giving certificate to Bhagavan Krishna. Our Bhagavad Gita is the best book in the whole world. Are we giving certificate to Krishna? Does he require our justification? See? Bhagavad Gita must form part and parcel of our breathing life. See, friends. This is what the world means. Urdhva Moola Madhyashakam Ashwatham Prahuravayam. Now what is our present understanding about the world? That Adashchordam Prasruta Tasya Shaka Guna Pravruddha Vishaya Pravala. Our understanding is this world is too much, it is so much expanded, the worldly objects are attracting our mind, but this is required. If we are not the Swami and Sannyasi, so many things are required. This is what is our understanding about the world, and therefore we keep on justifying what way we are looking at the world is the only right way of looking at the world. Then the same Bhagavan Krishna says, Na rupamasseha tathopalabhyate nanto na chadir na cha sampratishta ashvattamenam suviruda moolam asanga shastrena drudhena chitva. Asya rupam, of this world, what we have the understanding under the goggles of ignorance, the same thing is not seen when you start living in the kingdom of wisdom. You and me and the great masters, they all were living and are living in the same political turmoil, in the same economic problems, in the same natural calamities. When it has not happened, it is not that when Vivekananda was living, that time the week was 15 days a week, and the month was 100 days a month, and the year was 1000 days a year. No. And yet see how much output it was. Then where is the difference? Difference is when the vision changes. Na rupamasseha tathopalabhyate. And then we come to know nanto na chadir na cha sampratishta. This world is just an appearance. It is not really real. See, while coming from the car, I was talking to Bala. I said, see, look into the glass. And in the glass of the car, you see the reflections. Whatever may be the reflection, will the glass get influenced by the reflection? If there is a reflection of waters in a mirror, will the mirror become wet? If there is the reflection of fire, will the mirror get burnt? Now be attentive. In the same manner, be very attentive. In the same manner, eyes are not influenced by any color and any form. Eyes just illuminate. They are not influenced. Similarly, ears are not influenced by word of praise or word of condemnation. They simply illuminate. Similarly, mind is not influenced either by good thoughts or bad thoughts, because mind supports both of them. Last step, in the same manner, the conscious reality that we are is not influenced by whether it is a waking experience, dream experience, deep sleep experience or samadhi experience. All of them come, stay, go. But the conscious reality remains untouched This is a natural state. It is not to be created. When can this happen? Na rupamasteha tathopalabhyate. When we start re-evaluating our own experiences. In Mundakopanishad it comes, Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat na asti akritaha kritena tadvijnanartham gurumeva vigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtham. Parikshalokan karmachitan. When we re-evaluate our own past experiences, nirvedamayat, we are bound to have dispassion for the worldly engagements. See, you must have seen children when they are small. There are two types of children, therefore I am telling. When they are small and when they are grown up. If the children are really grown out of the childhood, then they will not hold on to their dolls and all that. Once I went in USA in somebody's house. Then that girl I told, I said, hey, I want to see your room. I don't know why I said. She said, come. College going girl. And when I went, one full corner and of the room, almost 1/4 of the corner of the room was filled with lots and lots of soft toys. Big, small and all that. I said, hey, still the children are here. No, Swami, these are mine. I said, you are a grown-up lady, still you hold on. Swami, this I cannot give to anybody. Do you imagine? If a person is really grown up, the small childhood toys cannot attract our mind. In the same manner, when we are really grown up, out of these worldly achievements and failures, enjoyments and sorrows, then none of them can really touch us. But we have to grow out of it. Growing out of means we have neither liking nor disliking for them. See, friend, narupamasteha tathopalabhyate. And this can happen only if we re-evaluate, think and find out what our life is for. See? And then what is to be done? Destroy this world. How? Asanga shastrena. Don't touch the world. We have not created the world. Then how the world begins troubling us? Because we are unwantedly attached. Asanga shastrena drudena chitva. But our asangata, our detachment should be firm. Drudena. Suppose you want to kill, let us take some animal. You take the shastra, sword in your hand. And when you want to cut it and and the sword falls down, will that animal be cut? If you want to cut, you have to hold this very firm and give a strong hit, then it will be cut. In the same manner, if we really want to protect us from these worldly problems, we have to discover, develop and live in this wisdom. Nothing in this world we are really attached. Attachment is an illusion. See, friends, like many people say, you must have seen old fellows, that I cannot live without you, you cannot live without me, blah, 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 blah. And then one wicket has to fall first. So when first wicket falls, the other person, that time you watch the dialogues, I cannot live without you, what will happen to me, what will happen to me, and finally everything is over, and that fellow refuses to die, continues batting. See, it is just a question of only imagination that we are attached to somebody. See, friends, therefore, asanga shastrena, and this asangata comes only through wisdom. I will give one simple technique of this asangata, discovery of detachment. Very simple, dispassion. When Bhagavan says ultimately in the 18th chapter, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja, Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Give up all your attachment to the worldly things. Now, what is that with which we start our world? We start our world with our own gross body. Isn't it? In the deep sleep, we are not attached, we are not identified with our gross body, is it not? That time, who are we? Gujarati, Tamilian, Indian, man, woman, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, rich, poor, educated, uneducated, healthy, unhealthy, nothing. Because we are not identified with the body. See? When we are awake, how much we are concerned about our look. You know, everybody has got some or the other defect, so one tries to hide that defect while, dealing with the people. See? But when that fellow sleeps, then you see the Vishwarupa Darshan. The mouth is open, the eyes are open. One of my friend, he snores so loudly in USA. So his wife and his children, they don't allow him to stay on the first floor and the ground floor. He goes and sleeps in the basement so loudly. And yet he says, no, I never snore. So one day what his daughter did, she kept one tape recorder next to him. And he was snoring, and whole snoring was recorded. And then, Papa, get up. Now see, you don't snore. Krrr, krrr, krrr. See? Because we are not identified with the body, none of the worldly things matter for us, is it not? Now find out, on what count we say the body is me and the body is mine. This is the height of foolishness. We all live. Our body is not created by us. We are not amoebas, is it not? I am a self-made man, like amoeba. No. Our bodies are created by our parents, first thing. Second thing, our body never listens to us. You must have seen there are people, they are agarbatti brand and they want to become fat. They eat the whole buffalo and yet continue to be agarbatti. And there are other types of people, they want to be thin. They look at the ice cream advertisement and put on 2 kilo. And both of them are miserable. So this body, which is neither created by us, nor the body listens to us, and yet I am that body and we are wise. See friends, once you start contemplating, thinking, then we will understand detachment is not a compulsion imposed under rules and regulations. Detachment is a natural state of our being discovered through wisdom and inquiry. See friends, this is the meaning of asanga shastrena drudena jitva. See friends. And thereafter, Bhagavan gives the meaning of spiritual practice. There are 5 principles told. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sanyaihi gachanti amudhaha padam avyayam tata. 5 principles are told. See? Nirmana moha. Mana means measurement. Whenever we fill in any form, what we do? We measure ourselves. First we measure with reference to time, date of birth. That means before that date we were not there. See? And then height and width. See? 4 plus and 6 plus width. So that is the shape. And the weight, 2 tons. So, Desha Kala Vastu. We limit ourselves with reference to time, space and object. That much only I am. Nirmana. And when this identification with the body goes away, as in deep sleep, we have no problem of this waking world. So what will be spiritual practice? Spiritual practice will be, let us start living through the body. Let us not start living as the body. We are all living as the body. See, friends, like I am seeing through the glasses. If something happens to the glasses, nothing happens to me. See? Similarly, the mind is peeping out of the eyes as a vision. If the eyes become blind, nothing happens to the mind. Mind knows, eyes can see. Mind also knows, eyes cannot see. Go one step further. The same conscious principle, expressing through every body as a mind, enlivens this big thing called as a body. And when the mind discards the identification with the body, the mind goes back to the pure consciousness. See? Something like when a bulb becomes fused, what happens to the electricity? Nothing. Nirmana moha, jita sanga dosha. Dosha is not the South Indian dish. Jita sanga dosha. We have to select our company. We must not get involved in those companies where any criteria for disintegration is spoken, propagated, supported and established. See, any criteria. We should never get into that. That which will divide us is not the wisdom. See, the vision of wisdom discovers one common substratum, not the differences. You know, in one of the children's camp, I was conducting a camp, and in that camp, about 9 to 12 year students, children, and about 250 or so. So when I was sitting and I wanted to tell them the principle of oneness, so I said, hey, come on, we'll play today. Now tell me, what are the differences among all of us? One by one, so the children's hand up, you tell. Some are boys, some are girls, differences. Very good. Some are black, some are white. Very good. Third. Some are fat, some are thin. Very good. Some are dumbo, some are smart. Very good. They started one by one. I said, now enough. And in that, there was one small boy, he was simply sitting, not participating at all. Then I said, stop now. Now tell me, what is a common factor among all of us? So all the hands went down. So that small boy who was talking, he said, he did not raise his hand. I said, okay, you tell. We are all suffering because of you. Common factor. See? In the same manner, when our attention is on the common denominator, differences disappear. So when we talk differences, when we establish differences, we get disintegrated. Disintegration cannot be the way of the wise. See, friends, let there be no criteria honored which will talk of differences. See? Differences are perceived, but differentiation is not made on account of the differences. Like we perceive the differences in our body. Eyes are not the nose, nose is not the ears, ears are not the legs, legs are not the stomach. There are differences. But do we differentiate? Because our attention is on a common denominator, which is supporting all the differences in the same manner. When we develop this vision, then alone we are practicing spiritual life. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha. Therefore, the dosha, the problems come when we are caught up in the wrong company. And what is the wrong company? Simple, this is the simple definition. Where differences are spoken, let the people talk, we keep shut. We don't have to talk, discuss, no need. One example I'll give you. In Bangalore this happened. There was a big gathering, about 1,000, 2,000 young youths were called, and question answer. 3-4 people were on the dais. 1 or 2 college professors and wise people, and among the other wise I was there. So questions were asked and these people were answering. And one question came, what is your opinion about the Ram Janmabhoomi? When this question came, all of the wise people told. Now we will request Swamiji to answer, because he has not answered a single question. He may be feeling bad. I was enjoying on the contrary tamasha. Why should I feel bad? I said, okay. Then I said, look here. There are many things in this world about which I have no opinion. See? Many things. Like, many people suggest me, Swamiji, when you go and talk, please make this point. What is the point? Our girls have started cutting hair. This is not according to Hindu religion. It is a barbar religion. That religion which gets destroyed because of haircut. It cannot be the Hindu religion. But they will talk. Similarly, they will be telling. I said, look here. There are so many things in this world I have no opinion. Is it necessary that I should have opinion? No. I said, very good. In the same manner, on this issue, I have no opinion. How simple it is. It is not compulsory that we have to opine on every issue of the world. So what is to be done? One simple technique I'll tell you. This technique, when I told in some family, they told me after 1 year, Swamiji, our whole life has changed. What was that technique? When I saw, when we were taking food there, big family, and they asked me, Swamiji, please give us some blessings. I said, blessing I have never given to anybody. I will not give you. Tell us something which you feel is right for us. I said, okay, I'll tell you. I heard and read somewhere, that is what I am telling you. I have no wisdom. I have got only borrowed wisdom. Then I told, when you people take food, follow one strict instruction. Do not discuss any topic. I found in that house, while taking food, they used to become so agitated on the dining table. He said like that, he said like that, they should do like that, they should do like that. And poor lady serving you on pakoda, you should why unnecessarily get worked up? When taking food, enjoy food. This is one very simple spiritual practice. Do one thing at a time. Not too many things. Because we do too many things at a time, therefore when we sit meditation, mind knows I have to do too many things. So one khidki is opened for the japa, the other khidki is opened for pranayam, third khidki is opened for the asana, fourth khidki for the back pain. See? Many windows are open simultaneously, and sometimes this window is activated, sometimes that window is activated, and then we get confused. Pata nahi kya ho raha hai. Therefore, learn to do one thing at a time. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha. The rest of the things, should I continue for another 5-10 minutes?
Yes.
Or you are all tired of me?
No.
Then Adhyatma Nitya. Adhyatma Nitya is spiritual practice is not a part-time profession. It is a full-time preoccupation. See? Only morning go before the God and trouble Him, and thereafter continue troubling the whole world. No. See? And what is the highest spiritual practice? Be happy. There cannot be any more higher spiritual practice. Keep it. Whether you are cheerful and happy by chanting Lord's name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, very good. Or if you are cheerful and happy by singing the old filmy song, मेरे पिया गए रंगून वहाँ से किया है टेलीफोन तुम्हारी याद सताती है. How beautiful it is. It doesn't matter. What matters is, are you at peace with yourself or not? A person who is not at peace with himself cannot be at peace with the whole world. Adhyatma Nitya. And this has to be lived in extreme awareness. Are we losing our cool? Immediately check. Keep the thermometer in your head. The moment it goes up, immediately get away from that place. Start doing something physically. Take out all the wall hangings, clean them, and put them back. Because anger has to be brought out. Do gardening. Remove the walls, clean and fix them. Next time your mind will say, it is better not to get angry than to do so much. Therefore, Adhyatma Nitya, remain at peace with yourself. And how to remain at peace with ourselves? Few techniques. Number one, we don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Very simple. We don't have to prove. Second thing, never try to solve somebody else's problem. See, this technique I'll tell you. This happened in Germany, Hamburg. My host, she was very busy. And one day she took leave and she said, Swami, I am so sorry, I was so caught up in so many meetings and all that. I said, no, Mama, I have not come here for anything. Eating and sleeping is the only thing which I do sincerely. Rest of the things happen. Mara knows about it. So, she took me to the harbor and showing me the beautiful place. So we went and Swami, will you take tea, coffee? I said, yes, I will take tea, coffee. So I'll get there. I said, no, I'll come and see. I like to meet people and visit the places. I am not a dummy that I'll sit in my place. So I went there. Then I told her, hey, give me black tea, no milk, lot of sugar. And don't give me in a cup, give me in a beer glass. So that I get, matching with all the people around. In Germany, hardly anybody drinks water, They all have beer all the time. So I said, I will be matching with you. So he gave me a beer glass, nice. And then she took her coffee and we sat. I said, hey Mama, how is your coffee? Not really good. I said, my tea is extremely good. Anyway, I said, why anyway? We'll go and change your coffee. No, how they will do it, because they get prepare it there and from there they bring to this thing. I said, why do you solve somebody else's problem? You sit down here, you don't come. Take care of my tea, don't drink it. I went there and talked to that German fellow in my English. I said, tea bad, coffee bad, no good, hot. He said, sorry. And then he prepared fresh hot coffee, extremely good. I gave Rama. I said, now it is so good he gave you. I said, don't ask question. How much it cost? 5 euros. I said, give me. Why do you solve somebody else's problem? Don't solve somebody else's problem. It's not your purview. Then what is to be done? Create problems and relax. This is my technique. What I had to do, I don't think. Swami ji, वहाँ चलना है क्या? चलो. Unnecessarily getting excited, no need. Relax. See, friends, we get so much work. In one house in Assam it happened. That man was a doctor, college professor. His wife was a professor of economics in another college. They had 2 children. Now the elder child had this problem. Whenever he come to dining table, stand gang, 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 gang. Otherwise he is good. So Swamiji, what to do? I said, I will treat, but you should not come in my way. Okay? Okay, sir. We sat for food, 10 bell. I said, come everybody. As usual, he didn't come. I said, close his food, cover it, and don't worry. And you both of you go to your college. I'll take care. But Swamiji, I said, again you are discussing. I told you, no discussion, no argument. He went. And then the food was covered, they are kept. And I finished my food and I was reading some newspaper or something like that. Then at 12:30, 1 o'clock, he was hungry. Then seeing here and there, nobody asking him to come for food. He went coolly to the dining table, removed that and ate everything. And thereafter, he went and started playing and all that. His mother phoned me. Swamiji, did he take food? I said, it is none of your business. Do your job properly. Now the case is in my hand. Unless it is fully solved, I will not give the result halfway. Again, after 1 hour, 2 hours, I said, Mama, don't be worried. He has taken sufficient food and he is very, very comfortable. He has finished everything from the plate. I can't believe. I said, you will never believe. Then she said, Swamiji, what is the technique you applied? I said, technique is this. You have spoiled the child. See? Don't unnecessarily let them climb on your head. Love does not mean making bonsai out of the kids. See? Learn this principle and let the children grow strong rather than making bonsai. Many children, they can't decide anything. Those children who have not learned the art of taking decisions in their life, they are a total failure in their whole life. They have to learn. And when you take initial decisions, you will make mistakes. You will fall, but you have to again get up. That time you go and give him a hand. Otherwise for everything, Mummy, shall I go to bathroom? See? This is very, very important. Adhyatmanitya vinivritta kamaha. Let us not live our life for fulfilling the desires, but watch how much fulfillment we have attained till date. Fulfillment in life is more valuable than fulfilling the desires. See, vinivritta kamaha. Dvandvaihi vimuktaha sukadukha sanjnaihi. And the last practice is joy and sorrows come in everybody's life. We are not the unique one. Everybody has the joy and sorrows. And both the cases upset our balance. So let the joy not upset our balance, nor the miseries upset our balance. So what is the sum total of the whole spiritual practice? Keep yourself cool, maintain equanimity and be happy. I have not given you a mantra. I did not tell you to do pranayam. I didn't tell you to do shirshasana. I didn't tell you to go running for no reason. Work on the quality of your mind through awareness. Such a person is called by Bhagavan Amudha. Amudha means who is not a fool. Who is a Mudha? Mudha is the one who is under the influence of mood. You know, मेरा मूड ही नहीं है खाना बनाने का. So the spelling is the same, is it not? Yam wo wo di. This is the Malayali spelling of the word. You know how a Malayali spells banana? B-A-N-A, yet another N-A. Similarly, the Muda is Yam Wo Wo D. Is mood, and moodha yam wo d h. Andhras never say h, they say h, p h d, like hichadi. So let us grow out of this moody behavior and live in the light of wisdom. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.